Hello everybody and welcome to another Town of Salem gameplay video. Today you're joining me for a ranked game. I'm going to be going ahead and I've been getting some really positive feedback for this style of video, so I'm going to keep it going, guys. I understand not everybody likes this, but the majority of people do. I'm just trying to find a nice place to put the camera so it's not going to be too much of a bother, but otherwise we're just going to go ahead and keep this up with the camera in the top hand right, and this is all gonna be post commentary basically. So I'm gonna add the commentary in for the whole game later. This way I can spend my full attention on actually playing the ranked game and trying to get up to some high ELO gameplay. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the game, and you'll hear my post commentary in just a short bit. Ooh, for Mafia. Alrighty, here we are in the post commentary. So this is all being added in afterwards, I should say. I'm just going to go ahead and preface this by saying do not skip this video. Do not skip to the end. Watch the whole thing the whole thing through, but you really I think are going to enjoy this this gameplay. This was fantastic. I think that I played, well, you'll see. I think I played well. And the end is going to be a lot closer than you might think it's going to be with 4 Mafia. It's going to be one of the closest games I've seen in a long time. From my position here. So, all right, not really. There was another one that was pretty close, but this is still a very close, very awesome game. Please do not leave. So I didn't block night 1, and the reason why I didn't block night 1 is because I thought the forger was actually going. Well, in theory, the forger wouldn't have forged, so perhaps it was a misplay by me. But and I guess God was like, "Do your thing." The person who is alphabetically the first of us, and I like that. I liked how he was talking about me without the role and without using any names. Just I'm the alphabetical first one. So that's a very good Mafia trick right there. Good Mafia play is when referring to somebody, you might want to say, you know, top of the list, middle of the list, bottom of the list, or whatever, in terms of their relation of their name, but or at least alphabetically ahead of us is probably the safest way to go. I like that one for sure. So here I am, the alphabetical number 1 on the team, and as the consort, and I decided to pretend that I blocked Pero. I don't remember my thought process, to be quite honest with you. I think I was just trying to put a name in there and kind of get some something in there at least. So spies are sketchy starts off being pretty talkative. Ouch, bad start and a silent town. And Giles Corey, who's my godfather, says any leads? And then Pero says, any trans or roadblocked? Or witched? Anyone witched, Willow Phipps says. And so here, I go ahead and I say, I'm going to point out something. I'm going to ping Spies and Giles. So Spies I'm pinging for claiming Town of Silence. So I'm saying, basically, I never trust people who mention how quiet town is or who ask if there's any leads. So I ping out Spies are sketchy and Giles Corey, my own godfather, on the first day. And the reason why I do this is because I'm trying to feel a little bit towny to people, so I don't get investigated right off the bat. I don't get picked on so much, and I kind of keep myself unknown for a little bit longer because I do not want to have to claim. I don't. I'd rather just not. So talking just to talk doesn't help town is what I told Spies are sketchy. And so today I'm planning on doing a roadblock, but then I go ahead and we know that there's a spy here, and we go ahead and the forger is making a move. So I decide not to go tonight because I do not want to prove that there's 4 Mafia this early in the game. My goal is for spy to die before I go ahead and do something the same night that the forger does. So I do say alternate we shall. And I'm trying to just give the forger basically saying like I'm not gonna block on a night that you forge, because like I said, I don't want spy to see 3 Mafia visiting and go, well, any is Mafia, because that's gonna take away some potential claims for us in the future. So unless I have to, I don't plan on giving that away so easily. I'm gonna wait at least until later in the game when they don't have as much time to react, and when knowledge is kind of maybe a little more spread out. So here, I go ahead and say that I blocked the survivor. And I'm hoping I never have to do this, I never have to take this out, but I'm also hoping that the survivor may be AFK, and not actually go ahead and look at anything. Now, Pero died, and Pero was the bodyguard, so I didn't actually block Pero the day 1, and because their will was forged, they don't know that I didn't block Pero day 1. So John Willard would be my only weak part of the will right now, because if John Willard was like, I wasn't roadblocked, then I'd be potentially caught out. But then I could at least call John Willard, say, I did roadblock you, and if you said that you weren't roadblocked, then you're evil. You know, so at least that's a potential play against him. So here they're claiming that there's a forged will, and Giles asks if there is an arsonist, and I say, yeah, it looks like it. And here I'm saying if we have a lookout, I'm trying to kind of give a little bit of an opening for our forger to eventually claim lookout, perhaps. And I'm trying to do it in a way that's intelligent. So, but as I post that, William Phipps says, Night 2, the lookout forger Amney. And so here I am trying to encourage that there might be a lookout, and if there is a lookout, pay attention to see if people who were visited by somebody dies from burns. But the lookout got pinged out pretty quickly about that, and I bet that lookout is forger. Oh boy! So it seems like they're already pinging out our forger, and then I was saying, I was basically agreeing, especially if there's a CC. So I was hoping that I'd hear a CC from somebody, or I was hoping not to, but I was hoping just to kind of delay people and make them second guess their theory. So I plan on distracting William Phipps tonight, and then I changed my mind, and oh no, I'm sorry, I was just determining who I think we should kill, and William Phipps was the investigator. And right now I'm kind of maybe looking out for myself a little bit. I don't want to be pinged out and called out for being a potential consort, because if I am, I'm going to have some explaining to do. So I definitely want William Phipps dead, and I think that they're going to be valuable to town for sure. In the meantime, I go ahead, and Giles Corey, who was a godfather, was hauled off to jail, and I blocked Death Angelus. Now I see, of course, that Giles Corey, the godfather, is dead. That means he was likely executed, and William Phipps, our investigator target, is also dead. So they were not healed, which indicates to me at least that there's no random town TP. So Giles Corey died, and apparently he claimed BG in jail as the godfather. That makes sense. A lot of times godfathers do claim BG. He couldn't substantiate his claim, and so jailor went ahead and executed him. It's unfortunate, but we do have 4 Mafia. I'm not gonna lie, guys. 4 Mafia really gives Mafia a very, very nice head start and a lot of room to run. So, however, if you think about it, we're already almost down to Mafia because Giles Corey, our godfather, is dead, and the forger has been pinged out pretty strong. Now, William Phipps, his will is a bit messed up. And that's because our forger went ahead and was trying to quickly type in the will that he was forging as we went through. So I did block last night at the same time that that we were able to get the forger out. Now my target of last night, Death Angelus, was a person who I kind of had a suspicion was going to be the spy. I don't really quite remember if they are or not. We'll have to see in a couple minutes. If I don't believe my intention was correct, but I'm not 100% sure. This is when it starts getting pretty interesting, though, guys. It kind of ramps up fairly quickly from this point on. At this point, I don't know who Neutral Evil is. We know that there's likely to be an arsonist. We don't know who that necessarily is. And Jack over here reveals himself as the mayor. Now, this is bad for me, as my claim has gotten significantly weaker. I'm definitely happy right now I got rid of the investigator. If there's a possibility that they were going to be checking me at any point, I would be in some certain trouble. So... And then I was gonna ping out the William said Poe is survivor, which kind of push onto Poe, and somebody else said it. And in addition, I'm not really sure I want to ping out the potential witch right now because although no one's claimed that they've been witched at all, which may mean that the witch has found somebody who doesn't want to claim, it certainly seems at least like there's an indication that a witch is potential here, or maybe even probable. So here I am, there's a CC, I'm wondering, and we were Buckle Hat Jimmy was voted guilty, because Buckle Hat Jimmy and the Lookout both CC'd each other. Buckle Hat Jimmy claimed Vigi, okay? Now, I didn't vote guilty, and I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. If I voted guilty, the Vigi would be down, but I'd be immediately on the list if once the Inno came up, which Buckle Hat Jimmy is in fact Inno. Now, of course, I didn't vote on the Lookout, and if you look at the people who did, it's primarily going to be Jack, the mayor, who adds the majority of that weight to putting the Lookout up. So it's not like super obvious that I'm Mafia right now because only 4 people voted the Lookout up, or 3 people voted Lookout up, and Oh, wait, no, 4, because this lookout voted up that lookout. My bad. Anyway, 4 people voted the lookout up, and that lookout up. Oh my goodness, their names are confusing. So I asked, so what is it you're claiming then? I'm trying to give them a little bit of an out, and then I'm trying to suggest something. Can we let the claims shoot each other? And the lookout says, let me shoot him. Inno. Let's shoot each other. Unfortunately, I didn't inno because I didn't want to inno this. I was hoping maybe we'd get a town or 2 to back off and 1 or 2 to maybe inno this. Maybe even Jack to inno, and that would have evened it out right there. But here he goes ahead and says, I didn't have time to type that out, talking about the will. And I put out a laugh here. And at the time, I thought it was a good idea to laugh because I thought maybe that was a little bit like disarming in terms of just kind of making town maybe feel a little bit more safe about me, a little less aggro towards me. So I do say LOL, nice. And Spies Are Sketchy is also talking quite a bit, but yet not adding much to the conversation, much like I am. I want you guys to pause the video right now and think about this list that's left. I'll tell you that we do in fact have an arsonist, and I know who the arsonist is, and I want you to guess who it is that is arsonist. So I'm just telling my Mafia right now, let me know in the comments below, I'm just telling Mafia that Death Angelus is not the jailer. I don't know who the jailer is, but because there was an execute on our Godfather last night, the night that I went ahead and blocked Death Angelus, means that Death is not the Godfather. So Guess God decides to kill Jack, the mayor, today. And that's not so bad. I think that's a fairly good claim. The mayor certainly could have done a vote for rolls kind of style thing that could have maybe gotten us in some trouble. Of course, mayor also has the possibility of finding arsonist or finding other town and accidentally lynching a town that has a claim that's CC'd. So I'm kind of working on my will a little bit here, and I'm not sure really what I'm going to do anymore because I'm kind of feeling a little bit like this will is starting to really fall apart on me, and I'm not really sure that I'm enjoying this, keeping this in case. So I go ahead and pretend that I blocked Buckle in case of Mafioso, or Buckle I should say, who had claimed Vigi. And I believe I actually did block Buckle yesterday, and just in case they decided to go for a shot on somebody, I wanted to make sure they were unable to do so. So Death the Spy is down now, and Death Angelus is actually the spy. So the day before, I was actually correct then, I suppose, and I blocked him on the night that both Forger and I visited. So that's awesome, because that kept them from knowing exactly that there was 4 Mafia. And that 3 of them visited, which means that at least the Ennies Mafia. Whether or not, they don't know that Godfather was in jail necessarily, but anyway, don't worry, spies. I don't trust spies either. Oh, that's right. Death Angelus was actually killed by the was actually killed by the jailer, and this lookout says witched. Gosh darn it! And so the lookout, the jailer, was actually witched into executing the spy, which is incredible witch play right there. I've tried doing that before. It's amazing. It's a very well done play. And then right now, spies are sketchy. Don't worry, jailer. I don't trust spies either. Get up, spy, says the lookout. Who is the jailer? And spies are sketchy. Says I won't even blame you. Buckle says I was roll blocked, etc., etc. And then spy says there's a dead spy. Do a test. So I'm thinking that right now spies are sketchy is trying to get us to do it's actually perhaps the second spy. It's pretty interesting at this point. I'm not really sure if that was his intention or not. But now 11 claimed witch day 3, says spies are sketchy, and Guess God said, no, I didn't. So I'm saying I don't remember seeing anything about a witch. I'll look back, though. And John Willard reminds us that he's still a survivor. So I was told that the spy, you feel so that somebody can hear your conversations, is just basically a bug. It doesn't really mean anything. And that doesn't mean there's a second spy, at least. So we're going to be more open now. However, we don't know who's doused. Arsonist is still alive and quite well. And I'm going ahead. Guess God says we need to find the jailer. So I'm determining. I'm telling him that is jailer methinks, based upon the keys given in chat the day before that he was witched into killing the spy. So but Guess God says okay, and tells me to stay on them to block the jailer kill. But my theory was to get off of him, since anybody he has jailed isn't one of us. And therefore, we can safely let him kill them. In theory, unless they're neutral evil, even then, it's not the biggest deal for us. So this lookout is dead, and this lookout is a jailer, and it says Pero claims spy. And spy is a very, very, very strange claim right there, right? It just doesn't make much sense. That would basically be the random town in a nutshell. And it's like not feeling very particularly truthful right there. So definitely is a good point for Mafia to potentially pass up and say, okay, so Poe and spies. So here I see something, because right now my brain is going, there's a witch, there's a survivor, there's 2 Mafia. That's 4 people on our team against the arsonist. So, okay, so Poe and spies, what the heck is going on? And because they're whispering back and forth as if they're coordinating something. And my theory is now that one of these 2 is in fact going to be the arsonist. Now we already have a pretty decent clue because of the Will and the investigator that we saw before. My name is Spies, and I think spy claims are shady AF. So I'm pretending that I'm town. Oh no, evil has majority, don't they? Because at this point, I'm pretty sure that Mafia is going to, or that arsonist is going to want to douse Mafia, and I don't want to appear as Mafia. So I'm pretending I'm very towny right now. I'm the last town left. Kill somebody else. So, spies, are you Arso? I am nothing. So, and Guess God votes against Pero. And Pero is awfully quiet, which is a bad reason to vote against somebody. I feel like Guess God appeared very, very Mafia right there. And so I'm not voting at Pero right now because I really don't feel like that's the best use of our time. But then Poe votes on Pero, who is what we think is a neutral evil. And I will go ahead and try to jump on there. And look at me, I'm mad. I'm mad because I did that in a previous game when I was a veteran and I had a chance. So I wasn't able to get Pero up, whom we know at least isn't Mafia. And at this point, I'm thinking Pero could potentially be the arsonist. I'm asking Guess God, the Godfather. I'm saying, who do you think is the arsonist? And Guess God goes, Poe is probably witch. Okay, so I'm saying, all right, I'm gonna block spies then, because those are the 2 that were talking back and forth to each other. And my gut feeling is that that's gonna be a witch saying, hey, I'm not gonna control you tonight. Douse so and so. I'm gonna do something else, etc., etc. And I'm staying away from 5 because I think he's a witch. What is Pero though? No idea. And at this point, I'm a little bit concerned that maybe Pero is pulling a quick one on us and is actually the arsonist. But Pero is dead, and that's like how arsonist light and only got 1 person? That doesn't make any sense. And B, at least it's not gonna, unless it's a veteran and not a Vigi, at least the arsonist, it's not the arsonist right there. So Pero the spy has legit things, and also would have been able to prove that there wasn't any Mafia because they were not roadblocked that night, but never said anything at all about it. Town's weakness, if there's a town lesson in here for you guys, listen closely, because here's the gem of the day. The town lesson in here is when you have important information, speak it. The day that there was 3 visits to Mafia, 2 to the same person, Spy saw that. That was the Godfather, actually it was a mafioso because Godfather was in jail, the Forger, and myself to another person. So that was proof that there was any Mafia, and they didn't say anything at all about it. Not so good for them. So Buckle Hat Jimmy is dead, killed by us, and was a and also by the guilt. I do not know if Buckle Hat Jimmy was actually witched. So Guess God is saying, I'm saying to Guess God, GG, we win, because I'm thinking at this point we got this easy peasy peasy. There's 2 of us with witch, that's 3, or with survivor, that's 3. Either way, we have arsonist here on the rope. So. Guess God says you're MVP, and I thought that was too nice. I'm in the winning mode. I feel like I've already won right here, so I'm saying, no, you did a great job with this Mafia, and then I'm like getting ready basically to just vote. Well, between witch controlling me almost every day and the role blocking, I don't even care anymore. So it seems like spies are sketchy's a little bit upset. Like I don't know anyone that I've doused, and they're saying basically that they don't know who they doused. Now Guess God is saying goodbye, spies, and I'm voting. Guess God's voting. And then Poe votes on Guess God. And then John Willard votes on Guess God. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, wait. No. I don't know if you're doused or not. No, I said no vote against Arso or we draw this out, is what I'm going to say. Draw the game out. But then Guess God gets voted up. And I didn't see this happening. I thought that it was going to be easy enough for them to decide with us. Because if Arsonist lights, then there's an issue. Of course, Arsonist could just not light for the rest of the game, which would take a couple more turns. So, Guess God is saying, you literally win with me. And I'm getting a little bit upset here. I'm going to try a little bit of a risky move. All right, and this is the play that I'm pretty proud of right here. Although if you think about it, it really doesn't make that much sense. I'm kind of pushing it a little bit. I'm saying if you vote guilty on this, either survivor, which I will kill you tonight. I kill you tonight if you vote guilty. Inno this and vote against Arso, or you die. And Guess God is 100% with me on this one, saying like you will die if you vote guilty. Now think about it for a second, guys. This is a survivor who probably has a vest left, and this is a witch who could witch me off of them. There is no way in heck I could kill either one of them if they played it correctly. But I innoed, Poe guiltied, spies are sketchy for whatever reason did not guilty, and basically hands us the game here. Literally hands us the game. If spies are sketchy, voted guilty, I do not think Mafia would have won that. This is why this game is so darn close. Now, of course, Poe and John Willard can vote guilty here, or could vote Inno, but I really don't think they're going to, just because it's simple. Yeah, so I'm saying vote guilty or I kill you tonight, because although I know that I'm lying, and that there's really no chance that I could actually kill them if they were going to play with any skill over the night, I just decided to kind of go aggressive with it and hope that it put enough I just wanted it to put enough doubt in the minds of the survivor and the witch that they wouldn't go against what our goal was. Did it work? I don't know. Maybe they just felt like giving it to Mafia, or maybe they got a little bit concerned and they said, "Well, I don't want to die tonight just because I voted for arsonist or I voted against the Mafia, so I guess I'm gonna vote with the Mafia." There we go. Alrighty, guys. Good game. That was intense there at the end. Oh, man, I thought they were going to lynch. Very easily they could have won that game. I would have killed one of them. I would have killed Poe. 100%. So, wow. Whew. I guess I wouldn't have, because I would have been witched off of Poe. But whatever. Either way, the threat worked. I don't know if they understood that I couldn't really kill either one of them, because Survivor could have probably vested, probably had a vest left, and the witch probably could have witched me off into the arsonist. So I don't think I honestly was gonna win that one, but it was worth yelling and kind of making a big hoo-ah about it, trying to get them to Inno out, or at least not vote guilty on the Godfather, and then vote the arsonist up. So, close game. Arsonist played awesomely, or maybe the witch who played the arsonist played awesomely. But some good choices there at the end, I think, for sure. We could have kept the arsonist from lighting last night, or the night before, like the next night. But yeah, anyway, wow, what a game. I feel like the arsonist may have actually ended up dousing, though, the survivor or the witch at one point. So honestly, for the survivor and witch, their best choice was to vote for us. There's the only way that they could guarantee that they were going to win. It was by voting for us, voting with us in that case. So I yelled a little bit. I flexed a little bit. I think that honestly, if either one of them voted guilty, they could have kept me off of them anyway. So I don't think that honestly my claim was very good. But they had, I think it worked out better for them anyway. Witch may have been doused. Excuse me. Survivor may have been doused. Not like the Survivor's doused, though, but what a game, guys. What a game. Hope you guys enjoyed that game. If you did enjoy that game, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll grab some fun stuff. I really appreciate it. Awesome game. And thank you guys so much. As always, peace out.